This week's guest spent time as an MMA fighter, has been a regular on an A&E reality show, and has built a business on flipping properties. I'm Rob Archangel. This is the Sarasota SpeaX Pre-Show, tailored by Tweeds. What's going on, Sarasota? I'm Rob. This is the pre-show tailored by Tweeds. When you are looking to level up your style game, come and visit us in downtown Sarasota, downtown St. Pete, or downtown Tampa for the finest custom garments and accessories. Today, I am with John Gettle, a local real estate investor and broker and a former MMA fighter. John, give the viewers a little bit of a preview into what you do.
So, mainly I'm an investor. Mostly what I do is I find off-market properties, distressed properties to be exact. I buy them for a discount, close quickly, and I flip them. So sometimes I go in, renovate the property and flip it. Sometimes I go get the property under contract and I just flip it to another investor, let them deal with the headaches.
Awesome. And you spent some time on the A&E reality show Flip Wars. Tell us a little bit about that.
So yeah, the reality show was great experience. Had a lot of fun doing it. Definitely takes a lot of time. Very interesting to meet these different characters, and actually some of the guys on there I still do quite a bit of business with. I actually met them through the show and still do a lot of flips with them.
That's awesome. So cool. And I know you'll get into this in the main show here, but you've also been an MMA fighter. Would you give us kind of a brief intro into how you got into all of that?
So yeah, I fought MMA from like 2009 to my last fight was 2015. A friend of mine growing up was very close with Frank Mir, kind of brought me out to Vegas, got the itch, took a fight on like last minute notice. I cut like 15 pounds in 24 hours and won the fight in like 15 seconds. It was like my fastest fight ever. Amazing. So it really gave me the itch. I was addicted at that point, and that's really what got me into it. Gave me the itch, and I was like, man, I got to keep doing this. I loved it. And just getting your hand raised in front of a crowd of 5,000 to 10,000 people, there's no high like it. You can't pay for it.
Awesome. Cool. Well, that is going to do it for the pre-show. You can check out John this Sunday on the Sarasota SpeaX podcast. And remember, when you are ready to level up your style game, come and visit us in any of our locations. Visit us at tweedssuitshop.com. Follow us on Instagram at tweedssuitshop. I'm Rob. This is the Sarasota pre-show tailored by Tweeds.
So we got to get to some story time. All right. I got to know. I mean, Felipe wants to hear the crackhead story. So why don't we start there? What's the best? What's the best?
Which one?
Well, I mean,
the best one.
Oh my God!
You described the different types of properties that you usually find, right?
I'm trying to think of.
That's not one I'm familiar with. You know, probate houses. I get that, right?
Personally, I want to hear the worst deal that you ever did. The one that like. Dang, I wish I wouldn't have bought this one, or the biggest pain in the ass.
Because I've seen some of your posts online when you get to some of these houses.
Oh man,
yeah, you've seen some of the a lot of times I post the
really bad
these really bad ones, just because and a lot of times I don't even buy those because they're out of their mind. They're not even on the same planet. It's worth land value minus what it would cost to demo the house to rip the whole thing down. You know,
right.
So man, the worst one recently. God, I had one. I don't know how to say it too much, but it was a hoarder house, and it was bad. Like it was all time worst house I've ever seen. This guy's had no electricity and no water for over a year.
Living in it.
Not just him and his drug associates. I guess
Where are they shitting?
That's a good question. Digging holes in the backyard, shitting in buckets, and dumping it in the holes.
Oh, wow.
And showering, I don't know, they would go to like a neighbor's house, fill up a bucket of water and shower with bro, it was bad. Like, I wish I could have called like animal control on these people. It was bad. And there was like five, six people living there, pretty much in the garage. The house, it was like walking through trails, and you got to the back, it had a pool, and I use that term very loosely. They had drained all the water out. The pool had popped out of the ground. If you know, in Florida, it'll come right out of the ground because our water table is so high. And the entire pool was filled with garbage and trash. like just the entire thing. Like I'll show you a picture of it. It's just
We might have
I've
to
never
pop
seen
that
anything
into
like
the
it.
episode too.
And dude,
That's rough.
It's bad.
So what do you like? What do you even do when you have that situation?
Assign it to somebody else. Let them do it. So it was actually a weird situation. The guy, you know, they were obviously doing like drugs and stuff, but the guy was losing the house, going through foreclosure. There was, you know, 30 grand code violation, all kinds of. There's just, you know, a laundry list of issues with this one. And so we signed a contract. I'm getting ready to close. Come to find out, he signed another contract with somebody else at the same time. So this one, I didn't sign a memorandum of contract, which is something I typically do now. But I know to do it. It's just a pain in the ass. So if I'm closing fast, it usually doesn't matter. So I was like, all right, I'm going to close quick. So come to find out, this other person had a contract. So I talked to the other title company, said, no, look, mine predates that. But the other people really wanted the house. So I basically negotiated an agreement with them that I got paid 15 grand. And he had to reduce his off 15 grand because her offer was like, you know, 5 or 10 grand higher than mine. I'm like, listen, you're giving me 15 grand and I'll walk away.